Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and pool fans from around the world to Caesars, Southern Indiana, the site of the 23rd Annual Derby City Classic. This is the main event. This is the Diamond Bigfoot 10-Ball Challenge. 16 of the greatest players on the planet. We started with 16, and well, we started the day with 4. Now we are ready to get down to 2. Only one of these players will be moving on to the championship. Derby City, are you ready to find out? We have witnessed some amazing pools so far, and this match will not disappoint. First up, he defeated Max Eberly in round 1, then Alex Pagulayan last round. He's a back-to-back U.S. Open champion, world 9-ball and 10-ball champion, and member of the Billiards Hall of Fame. Sponsored by Mez Q's, Talm, and Bodie Research from New York, USA. Make some noise for the Iceman, Mika Immonen. And his opponent defeated Alex Kazakis and Gomez to get here. 2017 Moscone Cup MVP, the 2018 World 9-Ball Champion, and the 2019 U.S. Open Champion. He's sponsored by Predator, Gabriel's Tables, and Andy Cloth. From Berlin, Germany, the Killer. Make some noise for Joshua Filler. Lagging for the break, our referee is Dwayne Payne, and sending it up to the guys in the Accu-Stats booth.
Hello, friends, family, and pool fans. Jeremy Jones is here with us, too, and we're both ready for some semifinals. Josh Filler brings electricity to the entire arena, while the Iceman brings uncommon firepower also. Jeremy, any pre-match thoughts on this one?
Yeah, well, I was just thinking that, Mika used to bring that same kind of attention that Filler brings these days. Mika with what an incredible Hall of Fame career, and starting to get his game back, and he's showed it here on the 10-footer here the last few months, getting to the final in Virginia at the International, and now in the semifinal against, again, arguably top 3 in the world, Joshua Filler, and he's really shown it here, right?
100%. Yeah, Immonen hard-fought contest last night.
Yeah, I think Mika's going to have to get the most out of his break. With the open hand break he's had, it's been pretty effective. This guy really got dialed in on the break last night. So we'll see how that continues. It's almost like it takes a couple of breaks for these guys, or at least a few of them, to get the speed dialed in. Like right there, I think you're going to see him take a hair off of the break there as we move forward. Now a little top inside, tracks nice to the center of the table for the 2. Oh man, he really put something on it.
Great shot.
Yeah, so that tells me it was less angle than he thought.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to try and get by the 6, on the top side of the 6.
He comes into this match with 7 breaking runs through his 22 racks of victory.
He's going to be a little disappointed there, a little let up on the downswing, and now he's got to make a tough decision. He'd love to cut this in and go 3 rails to the back of the 4. Which I don't blame him. I like cutting the ball more than banking it.
So this 3 is just going to float into the side pocket, and the cue ball is going to go screaming like mad.
Yeah.
Perfect execution.
And one thing you can see on the thin cut shot that you don't see all the time from Josh, but he needed it there, is a real big follow-through. That really helps the ball cut cleanly. He's drawn back to the end rail.
He's so fast. I get the biggest kick out of him. Once that ball's on the way, he's already moving to his next shot.
Going to play the 6 on the side. And that's something you'll see him do more than others. Like a Federer, for instance. He'll move to the corner sometimes in that spot. Where Josh, his straight pool, I think, makes him keep it real simple with the cue ball a lot of times. And again, how many breaking runs have we had to start these matches? Wouldn't say every one of them, but I'd say it's more than 50% maybe.
Yeah,
that's
I think so
astonishing.
Too. Yeah, well, what is this match number 14? And more than half of them have been a breaking run to open the match.
I would guess that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I tell you what, we've had several that each player has started off with a breaking run.
Right.
He's 1 rack to none. It's a 0, and Mika Immonen with the break.
So super nice shot on the 1, getting the cue ball to really dance around for position on the 2. A little light on the 2, but what a recovery on the 3. and then made quick work from there. Again, Mika's going to go, I'm sure, still with that open hand bridge, pop break. Getting a lot out of it. He's going to have to continue doing that. He had one big error with the cue ball yesterday. Don't think he's going to be able to afford many of those.
Mika's had one break and run out in his 22 racks of victory.
Yeah, and very important against Josh. And, of course, anytime you're a hair of an underdog, important to start off the match well and stay competitive. But even more so, I think, against Josh. He really can get to rolling on you, I guess you might say, if you give up a few early.
Very much a tempo and rhythm type player. $18.78 on the break demon.
Now,
miles per hour.
You know, years past, no question he's attacking here. We'll see if, cue ball's going towards the 6, which isn't that great. I think maybe he can level out and go between the 5, 6 and come back up table for the 2 maybe. You may see him elevate and try and dig on the cue ball.
His preference is usually to elevate, which is unusual. It doesn't lend itself to accuracy, but it seems like it gives him a little bit more forceful stroke. That you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not really level.
But he's stunning, though.
It is.
Oh, he played the bank. And I understand that's for a little position. I don't think there was any safety in mind there. A little surprising to me. I didn't expect that. Now you float him behind the 3 here. Big ball. The 3's a big ball to come like 2 rails behind.
Measuring.
Yeah, when you're distance away, you'd like to take a shot that you can roll across the ball, especially when you're talking about a safety. You know, you don't want to have to put much side spin. A little bit's okay. Now it looks like he may be changing his mind.
I wouldn't mind if he banked this straight back.
Yeah, it's not terrible. He could actually bank it and play the 4 as well. I mean, the 4's not terrible with a high ball. You come up towards the 2 with the cue ball as well. Looks like to me the safety's just got to be the shot, though. The 3's an awfully big ball. It's almost laying perfect to really squeeze him on the backside of that 3. Oh, he played that to try and run the cue ball. So he's going to get it way fortunate here. Now the make on the 4 is not hard with the kick shot. Going to the side rail. The problem is here, if you want to really hold the 1 up, you could miss the 4. If you want to go ahead and put some speed on it and let the 1 get turned loose, the 4 is pretty much a hanger. So he could follow it in if it hits the 4 just right. Yeah, nice shot. And that was probably the best way to play it, making sure you make the 1.
Right.
Now, you almost hit the 4 dead on the nose there and followed it in. That would have been pretty unlucky. Okay, can he get to the bottom side of the 1 to cut the 1 and bank it underneath the 10 and bring the cue ball just one row out behind the 7 maybe?
Isn't that center table on the end rail safety that you describe a couple times, how important that is?
Yeah, it's just something you have to adapt, right? Yeah. There's always those balls in the middle. It's almost like, you ever play golf and they put the ball in the middle of the table on the snooker table, and if you hit it like it's a hickey ball, it's a foul ball, right? You wouldn't believe how much the ball in the center of the table affects the game.
Yeah.
Like bonus ball. We played bonus ball for a little bit, had that ball in the center of the table. And it's amazing the eclipse it creates.
Well, what a nice shot by Immonen there.
Yeah, mild kick here. You shouldn't kick very hard. You're trying to create some distance.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, but the guy doesn't get enough credit when it comes to that part of the game, in my opinion. Josh does it all really well.
A 2-rail kick safe, checked up the cue ball in behind the 10. The 1 ball clipped the ball and went down table.
Yeah, and the light speed I was talking about is because he's so confident being accurate coming underneath the 1. That's what makes the cue ball stick, is you don't want to kill it. Could make this one. Coming across it, he wants to bank it up and bleed the cue ball to the side rail and underneath the 3. Oh, he missed it. Didn't expect that. So now not the start for Mika in the sense. I mean, he's played some nice shots. Just Josh got the best of him here in rack number 2. Surprised he's not following this into the side pocket by the 2 to go over to get nice and dressed up on the 2 ball. Even if you're going to stay beyond the 7 here, you still want to follow your ball into the side, don't you? Mark? I mean, you're normally going to have better touch following the ball than you are drawing over, even though it should be okay.
Yeah. You know, I think in Filler's case, he's such a talent that he goes purely on intuition and what he feels at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not an analytical thing because he performs better without that part of it.
Well, I still give him a lot more of that tactician he's got in him than people maybe. I guess because seeing him play other games, you know, besides rotation, that brain is pretty darn good. Okay, he's got to pay attention to the speed here or check spin a little bit. Don't mess with the 10. Okay, nice shot, putting a hair inside there. 3 rails around the 9.
I think he's inside spinning, isn't he?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice shot.
Conservative approach.
A lot more simple that way.
Here you can just draw back just a little bit. Doesn't need much at all. Just to help the angle a little bit there.
Yeah, and he has this pace right now. Very similar to Skyler, right? Skyler slowed it down a little bit, but when he gets near that finish line, just like Filler, they'll speed it up a little bit. It's almost like they can feel the end coming. We're a long ways from there, but 2-0. Good start for Filler.
Filler extends his lead now 2-0, and he'll have the break in rack 3.
Great crowds here already on a Monday, which you would expect to have a little bit lighter crowd, but we got a pretty good audience here. And like I alluded to, Filler brings an electricity to the entire arena when he performs.
Well, he's one of those guys that the other top players will certainly try to learn from. You know, that's not – you should be learning from all of them because they all have different unique specialties, you know, to their games and things they do really well. But there's certain guys that all the players are going to want to learn from.
Well, gorgeous layout here after the break.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not a physical thing, you know, it's just watching him and, you know, his confidence is an obvious thing, right? And that's what we're all trying to get when we play our best pool. It's no doubt we're confident. And he just kind of, you know, lives and breathes it, it seems like. If you could get a little something from him, it'd sure help. Like the cue ball to be about where it's at now for the 4. A little thinner than he maybe wanted, but so good at checking the cue ball. He won't try to move it too much.
And the good thing is the cue ball comes right away from the cushion. That's really what he needed. He wanted it to come backwards a little bit so he didn't have to play, but the thinner cut. But he can handle it. I think he can just drag it down and play the 6 ball. And
by the 9 in that corner?
Yeah, on that corner. That looks to be the simplest. The 7's in the way. If the 7 wasn't there, he could do something different. But
yeah,
this is a little bit thin, though.
He really likes to go with the natural path. So we'll see what he elects to do. And he checked it perfectly. I mean, just really nice. Now make a decision. Most would draw above the ball here. You can follow above the ball as well. Actually follow if you're not hitting the 10. Pretty much the nuts, right?
Yeah.
He's going to draw to the underneath side of the 7 maybe. I like coming above it, but it's kind of like preference again. And these guys are at the table, so they see those little bitty angles that we don't get to see as well. And this is where he'll use a little bit more of that drag that some players won't. It'll be a light drag. Oh, he just rolled. Okay, nice shot. The angles fool me sometimes, Mark.
Well, this is win number 3 for Filler, and 2 of them by virtue of break and run out.
Yeah, both on his break have been breaking runs. So immediate heat on Mika, Mark.
Yeah, for sure. Filler starts off like a house on fire here.
Yeah, nothing really that Mika hasn't seen before. It's just a matter of, keeping that confidence, waiting on your shot. A little surprised on his first play on that bank on the 1. I think I would have found a safety maybe for the bank. I thought he would just try and plug it in that corner, the 1 ball. He had a shot at the corner. I guess shape was maybe what he was thinking was too tough. But I thought the bank was still tougher than trying to, knock in the straight in one, right?
Right.
Well, he's hitting the rack nice. Nothing down yet. 1 ball's tracking, but hanging in the corner, and as the cue ball hitting it, it's close. Now, he does have a nice 1-rail kick between the 4-5 to the backside of the 10 and then back at the 1. And he'll certainly shoot that if he can't get at the 1. Could roll out and make the 1, leaving a long shot on the 2. And the only reason that's not terrible, Mark, is the 3 is pretty pinned up.
Mm-hmm.
So you could easily just challenge Mika right here, roll out, make the 1 ball with the 9 or the 8. Oh, he could see it, so. He kind of curved it a little bit, too.
Well, might have gone rail first on top of that.
Well, the way the ball reacted with so much speed, I think he did catch ball first, but.
He detests playing safe, but in this case, he may have to. And now he's pointing like, I'm going to just go ahead and hit this with stun, power, topspin,
he's not
right-hand English.
He's not playing safe here?
Oh,
Overcutting the
is.
2, yeah. Like that, yeah. He's opened the 3. He may have given up a piece of the 2. We'll see.
Very productive shot, though.
Yeah, and it's a smart shot. He had a chance to really bury him. I'm not sure. Maybe the slick table, slick cloth is what really induced that kiss. I didn't think it was a kiss myself. Now Mika maybe cross the top of the 2 over and run the cue ball here, Mark. Bank the 2, cross the table on the other side of the 4, and just run the cue ball here. I mean.
Yeah, and then you got to use a little left English and try to get behind the 4, 5, 7.
Yeah, he's hit it a little hard, though. The 2's going to escape.
Maybe a little thin unless the 10 ball gets in there.
And I think he did get a little help. Played a nice cue ball. Now this is a 2-rail escape. Lots of good things can happen. He'd like to come underneath it, I think. Let the cue ball go towards the 9 and take a chance at kicking the 2 towards all those balls.
And he will feel the speed that he wants to play it with just from instinct as opposed to design.
This may work out.
Caught it a little thin.
This may work out. And it looks
did.
like it did. So Mika having a battle. He's got to stick to that battle. Keep fighting. Got to kick out of some shots here in the professional pool, that's for sure. All right. It looks like 3 rails between the 8 and 9 if he can't get to the rail first. You know what I mean?
I was thinking 2 cushions, and then the 3rd rail would be just above the side. I don't know if we grab the, well, maybe he's looking at massing around
yeah,
it.
he's massing.
Okay, that's better probably. And then you can go rail first.
Wow, what a great shot. Is he going to get any reward?
He deserves a shot.
Now, this is even more treacherous than the last. Where do you kick to here if you can't get behind the 6?
I don't know. He might be able to just barely twist around that 4. He's looking at it like he.
It's a long ways to curve your ball.
No, I understand. Yeah, and maybe he's going beneath the 6 and just kicking the 3. No, he was able to go right at it.
Well, I'll tell you, Mika, in my mind, was always one of the best at the offensive swerve, like going for the make. Said it yesterday. I think it was yesterday in his match. He missed the ball he was swerving at. I think it was the 6, but.
Rolled it. Big time shot there.
Sure was.
Speaking of big time, we got Mark Kendall listening in. That's one of my favorite Great White songs. Welcome aboard, Mark.
Okay, important not only to get a game, under his belt, but to get to shoot some balls, I think. Get a little time at the table. And just simple pull from here. Pull your cue ball back. You can handle all the way to where it's at now. Yeah, that's perfect. Nice little light stun angle. He can draw to the side rail if he wants as well. Most would do that here. Only reason being the 9's in play.
And to take the corner pocket completely out of play. They want to go to the side rail so there's no chance of scratching on a
fall too thin here. I don't think it's a serious problem, but just a little more he's got to pay attention to. Just floats this in. Oh, wow, he went around.
No, Mika does not like rolling balls for sure.
Yeah, speed's got to be good here, though, Mark. I mean, this is going to get on top of the 9 in a funny manner. About as 50 as you can get it.
Might be hard to reach.
Yeah. Is the right-hander going to have to lean over the side here?
Oh, he's going to back cut this. Wow. Oh, he was able to do it. Okay, yeah. Good shot. Boy, I thought that was tougher than that. I mean, he almost overcut it.
Boy, he's kind of lucky the cue ball went another inch further there. If it stands up, I don't think he can reach over the table, even right-handed, and cut that ball. So, scrappy out here.
Good shooting. 3-1.
Immonen is on the board now. As we head into rack 5.
Yeah, he manufactured a run out there. He had a couple of testy swerve shots in there, and nothing was easy.
Well, and that's just what he's got to do, keep fighting. You know, Josh is going to kick out of safeties. You know, that's what these players do. Don't let it get compounded. You got to stay cool. Problem is this part of it, the break and run.
Yeah, he's batting 1,000 thus far in the match on his breaks, breaking and running.
All right, a little different pop on the cue ball, hardly any actually that time. We'll see if the results matter. And it looks like a dry break.
19.34 on our miles per hour break demon.
And Mika's got a nice shot here on the 1. He may choose rail first. It's a little straightish. We saw him make one great rail first shot last night on the 5. Wow.
He already made the rail first masse in this match in the
ball,
last
right?
rack.
Okay, looks like he's drawing between the 5-8. Yeah.
What a nice shot. Judging that is sensitive. That was a small gap.
Yeah, I'm real surprised he didn't play the rail first because that could have caught the 8 there. Anytime you're hitting it hard and you're trying to manufacture the line of the cue ball there with draw, you know, he's so good at the rail first, and he has such a big room over there where he's standing, such an open part of the table. I was a little surprised he didn't play the rail first, but
yeah, if you hit the 5, you can cover.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that could have happened.
There.
Nice roll speed here. Oof.
Yeah, Mika does not like rolling balls anyway. You seldom see him. That's his last choice. Is rolling.
Well, you know, and the common thing on that type of roll shot is the underhit. I've learned that normally you can go a little further even when you're dead rolling the ball. Nice calm stroke right there. And it seems like his pre-strokes are a little calmer today than they were yesterday to me, which is a good sign. I mean, your backswing is going to follow what your pre-strokes do, really. That's kind of the setup, you know, and he looks a little bit more simple, let's say. All right, he fell a little funny. He's got the angle going forward towards the 10 a little bit, so 8's easy, though, so no reason to try and get crazy on the 7. All right, stay nice and heavy if you're coming 2 rails. Easy to want to help the cue ball a little bit and maybe overcut this. Okay, he just went 1. Nice shot. Well, 2 rails essentially, but not across, right? Not across.
My old partner, Danny DiLiberto, would say that, and then he'd say, but the second rail doesn't count. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. He's going to pull it out of the corner here nice and tight. And really his tempo looks great, so I hope he keeps it up. A little wide to the pocket there.
Good job there, Mika Immonen.
Yeah,
3-2 is our score.
yeah, those dry breaks he's got to take advantage of, especially with shots.
With the break in rack 6.
You know, Immonen is also a fast player, so this will be definitely an up-tempo match. I'd kind of forgotten that, but he doesn't dawdle over a ball very long.
No, not at all. And that little extra time he takes at times I like seeing, that's for sure. But he's definitely never going to be labeled a slow player. And, you know, if the racks allow, this should be a pretty fast match no matter the outcome, really, no matter the score.
Yeah, if the balls are open, he's not going to fool around debating whether he should go a little bit further, a little bit less or something. He'd be down shooting.
And you'll see that with the guys a little bit more. I mean, the 10-footer, that's the one thing. It does give you a little more room for position, right? So these guys are going to stay in rhythm and keep pocketing balls. A little off. Watch outside pocket. And you saw the one on that same line a little wide of that corner. It got a little friendly kiss from the 2, though.
He did, didn't he? That chipped that one ball out in front of the corner pocket.
He can't help but run into the 2 unless he banks the one, which he's not going to do that. But so he's got he probably floats this in with outside, huh? So he slows down the collision into the 2. You don't want to just fan the one in and have more speed, right?
Right.
So you want to spin this a little.
He's drawing. He wants to go heavier.
Yeah, he threw it in,
shot.
though. Yeah.
Good shot. Oh, he gets covered up.
A little bit.
Oh, that's kind of cruel
and he
there.
Stretched. I think he can get a
see
sliver,
the edge.
yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't grab the bridge if he couldn't see the edge.
Still a touchy shot, though. I mean, with the bridge not having much, I mean, you got to cue it nicely. Again, Markin has told you all the final will be tonight at 9 o'clock. That's Eastern. Oh, nice touch there. Made that look easy.
Mm-hmm. A beautiful effort.
We have one finalist, and, you know, no surprise any of these guys make the finals, but really no surprise with Federer, the way he started the match, and he's just started the tournament. He just continued that same play, if not better, through the tournament.
That was so good, that match. So
I didn't think he needed to fall on the rail a little off angle here on that shot, Mark. I thought he could have done a little better with the cue ball. Now he's going away from the 6, and he's got to make a decision. Does he go by the 6 easily and then back up for the side between the 9 and 6?
No, he didn't go easily. You see how hard he had to hit it. So. But
nice
it did
shot,
work,
though.
and now look at he's right back in line. Great job.
And the only reason I say that is it was a pretty easy shot on the 3, so I thought he would get a little better on the 4 to where he didn't have to work as hard, but he's playing great.
Yeah, you're not kidding. He's playing great.
Yeah, he's falling underneath this a little bit.
No, I think he's good.
Yeah, he's good. No, he wanted to get underneath a little. Now he's going to draw. Oh.
Ooh, he poked.
Yeah,
they didn't get the bite or the effect that we anticipated.
I think the 9 plays to both pockets, though. That always helps.
Just a hint quick, though, on that one.
Maybe took it for granted a little bit, right?
Yeah. They're making such good recovery shots there. He let up a hair. Now it's going to cost him.
Yeah, and that's solely from the 7. He could have cued that a little better, I think. If you asked him, he said, man, I didn't hit that one as clean as I could. I could have got more draw on the ball.
Great shot.
Ooh.
Well, now you know how he got here. I mean, this guy is a good shot maker, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Tell you what, he was one of the guys when I played him a lot. Mosconi's and different things. Man, he rolled out tougher. As tough as almost anyone back in the day. I think Shane's the guy that really rolls out. Ooh. We had a missed 10 from him last night. Didn't cost him. David missed it right behind, if I remember correctly, but just don't want to win games like that, of course, but
Filler almost overcut it.
Yeah, he hit it a little. Caught a little rubber, didn't he?
Yeah. That's uncharacteristic for him, but anyway, it went in. He almost missed it. He didn't almost make it. 4-2 is our score. Here we go. We get a second chance to look at this 10 ball. Yeah, you can see his cue distorted just a little bit to the side on the impact of the cue ball coming through there. So he kind of cut across it like he was steering it. And that left side spin on the cue ball pushed the cue ball back into the object ball a little heavy, and that's just how he missed it. That was brought on by the struggle with the 9-ball. He couldn't get really smooth on there. And so he had to work a little harder, and finally it's just debilitating.
Well, he's definitely putting more into the rack, it seems like, than I remember yesterday. Not crazy, but he's gotten pinned here. Probably rolls out between the 7-2 here, maybe, just at first glance. You don't want to roll out to an angle where he can get position. You're not going to roll out closer. I think between the 7-2 with the cue ball, very simple. Not really seeing any. I don't think you want to roll out up table, Mark.
No. Oh, I like what he's thinking here.
Yeah.
Try to get that 2-ball tangle because Mika's going to shoot.
Yeah, but
he might not make it.
Just leave him something
shoot.
he can't get position with. If you move the 2, you got to be tighty with the cue ball also. So just remember that.
Now, this is awkward to try to do what he's trying to do here.
Yeah.
The cue ball can get away from you very easy here. He wants to pin this to the 4-ball.
Yeah, but I
Get
think
that above. Okay, no, that was
that's
good.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real good shot.
straight.
Yeah.
Difficult safety, though. He might get this back. Anytime you're straight in, very hard to cross the ball without some kisses. The side pocket, of course, in the way a little bit on the, right of the one, his right of the one. So could cut this in the side. That's a very dangerous shot, but.
And you're going right into the 9.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't really see any great safeties here that I'm in love with. I think this was a difficult rollout situation here for Filler. Though 9's impeding any cue ball movement, maybe he can get it between the 3-9, but. Oh, that's a nice hit.
Very
it's
heady
all
play.
about the speed, but.
Yeah, no matter what. Good job. And this is why tying up the 2 on the 4 really helps out when you get in that kind of a bind.
Yeah, I would bank the 1 over by the 4 myself and bring the cue ball behind the 9-10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that forces the issue. Then something's going to get dislodged over there.
Yeah, just soft bank the 1 over, let it lag behind the 6 near the 2 and 4. Cue ball behind the.
Oh, he went way thinner on that than I thought.
And he's left a gap as well, and I like keeping it real simple there. That 9 and 10 are huge. 2 huge balls to come behind that center of the end rail we were talking about.
The other part of it is you didn't do anything productive with the 2 and the 4. This way, the other way you do.
Right. He caught the double kiss.
Once again, he's going to be saved by that 2 and 4 clutter.
Well, Mika's going to attack here, though. I mean, it just
he's got to go in between, but he's got to make a big shot. Is my point.
Yeah,
it's not an easy. He doesn't have easy position with this shot.
No, if he buries the 1, though, real hard to get snookered behind the 4. It could happen, but his timing's gotten quick again. I don't know if you noticed it right there, Mark. It was pretty quick from back and forth, and it really starts with those pre-strokes with Mika. When they start to get a little quicker, so does the stroke. Okay, this is a medium speed. You could make it. You could easily cut it by the 3 and the cue ball come towards the 2. So you won't see a blast here, and you won't see something too light. Just right in the medium, it seems like. Wow, he's made it and scratched.
Wow. What a shot. I mean, misfortunate at the scratch, but boy, he couldn't have hit it any better.
Now Mika taking on a short position there.
Deliberately moved the 6 ball out of the line. Didn't have to play it that way, but he chose to. Good little draw stroke there. Now he's got the right angle to give himself a wide berth coming at the 6 ball from the 4.
Yeah, I might come out and play the 6 in the corner, though. Easy to get a little funny right here. Now, the one thing these guys know is they can work the rock a lot on the 5x10, right? But like right here, he's gotten just funny to where now he's really got to stun by the 10 and put a lot of power into it, getting by that ball and all the way back down. Now, these guys possess plenty of power. Let's say he catches the point here, right? And that is, oh, well, now it caught it nicely, right? It didn't catch a lot of it. But that's from being a little out of line on the 6, and you just don't know the path when you have to put a little energy into the cue ball. Oh, my. Oh, my. And I'm not sure, was that not supposed to be just a high ball up and down? I don't know why he cued downward on the ball much, Mark.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, I don't. And he flicked it with a bit of left English, so.
I was laughing. Him and the filler rolls the ball down by where he was positioned, and then rolls it back out of there. What was that? Complete displeasure.
A filler who, has had a couple breaking runs, but has given a few opportunities up, but still is going to have a 3-game lead. So Mika's got to regroup.
Yeah, Filler's playing 972. Is that what it is? 971. My goodness. Blistering pace, and really, Mika's played pretty good. Couldn't imagine he's already 3 games back.
Yeah, our National Billiard Academy.
Rack track.
Rack track, 5 out of 7, 3 to start, 2 to end here, this little run. Yeah, that 10 ball was huge right there, though. The 10 ball being missed, we're looking at 4-3 right now instead of 5-2.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Okay, I forgot that. That's how that game got away from me. I kind of assigned it to Mika. Yeah, I was thinking, how did this match get this far apart? I'm sitting right here watching it.
Okay, easy to want to put a little more into the break here. I think he's got to make sure he's hitting them how he wants. Because we've had 2 big mistakes now in the last 2 games. Scratch on the 7 kind of from nowhere. I almost understand the miss on the 10 more than the scratch on the 7, if that might blow your mind, but to me it's more shocking.
Boy, good break.
Yeah, the 1 didn't fly off the rack, but it is cuttable with the 2 near.
I think he should be pretty happy with the break.
No, absolutely.
There's a chance here.
He's got an opening to go back and forth without any balls impeding, right? So it's just a matter of capturing the speed he wants.
And this plays right into his wheelhouse. You can go ahead and let the shaft out a little bit here, make a nice, smooth, clean, thin cut.
Okay. I was afraid he overcut it there for a moment.
Great shot. And I think he was too.
Yeah, you'd love to draw back to the rail. Mika wants to use that rail, of course, but I'm not sure if the angle allows it. We'll see. All right, nice shot. That should be fine. Better than fine.
Yeah.
Now the 6 is tight by the 9, so now's the time to make a decision how you want to play that.
Going left-handed. Just a stop shot? Yeah. Just back it up a little bit.
Pretty nice stroke, lefty.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's going to be hard to improve your position much for the 6. Only thing you could do is play the 5 off the 9, but it's far enough away from the pocket. I don't think you want to fool with that.
Yeah, I think he's okay to stun over. I mean, as long as you're getting fairly close to the 6, I think it's all right. You better play the 5 off the 9. You better be sure you're not moving the 6 when you do that. The 9 doesn't come back up.
Yeah, he can just float in there. Yeah. No, he got an angle, and he's going to have to use the bridge. The 5x10 comes into play.
He was trying to float into straight right there. That's for sure. I saw his face. Definitely want a little shake of the head right there. So this is one he's got to hit. The good thing is he needs a little speed to get up here on the 8. I think the guys make the ball a little more when they can put a little more speed on a shot like this.
Cuts a little cleaner.
Yeah,
you brought that point up a number of times.
Yeah, feels better about things, you know. Great strike there, and it looks like
but you don't get
perfect
that drag
speed.
or cling.
Yeah, you don't think about the drag that much either, you know.
Yeah.
So
maybe that's it.
Yeah, that's probably more than anything. The mental side is a little more relieved as the process of the shot is going on. Okay, nothing but simple here. Just carry the cue ball below the 10 a little bit.
Mika does have a powerful stroke, doesn't he?
Oh, man, yeah.
A lot of power in there. Good wreck there.
I think I think he's one of the guys that kind of led to what generation we have now. I mean, very athletic, always stayed in great shape. You know, a guy that was just really an athlete in our sport, which I think we're seeing more of that in our sport all the time. You know,
yeah.
It's like golf to an extent. You know, once they realized what the game was all about and what could be done, along with Tiger Woods making the money in it, they're going to go crazy. But now you see many more athletes playing golf and becoming the pros. I think you're going to see the same thing here in pool. Yeah, he's definitely putting more into the rack in my mind, like considerably more. And I think that's why he's getting some of these dry breaks. Now, a lot of clusters here.
Mika's requesting something. I don't know what that is. Oh, I see.
Okay, the 4-7, very ugly. Don't see a quick winner on the 3-10 or anything like that. There's the gun at straight up 19 that time for filler. Of course, he's going to shoot from here. I don't see any reason not to. Oh, wow.
Well, you said quick, and that was super quick on his transition there.
Yeah.
My goodness.
But it's almost like just real pumpy, one or two little jabby, quick pre-strokes would really lead to the quick backswing.
I don't know if we could get a replay or if we have the video of his actual stroke delivery there, but it would be interesting to watch.
Just taking his medicine here from some distance, yeah. Well, no reason not to, and he's going to take a chance at contacting the 4-7 here. He doesn't mind shooting the 3 from 8 feet away. So watch him just rub the 4-7. See how he played it lightly? He was trying, I think.
Yeah, I think he might have caught that a little thinner than he anticipated.
Looked like rail first almost.
Oh, maybe rail first then.
Is he ducking here?
Oh.
Yeah, nice shot.
Gorgeous shot.
And he got the 3 up, which was key. And you leave it hanging, pretty easy kick shot. I think he's got a one-pocket kick and just kick softly on top of this 3 ball. The 4-7's, messed up. No reason to go crazy. This is just kick 2 rails, catch underneath, just lay on top of the 3 and take your medicine and see what filler wants to do from there. And the beautiful thing is it's very hard to play safe where these guys aren't going to hit it, right? So if you lay on this ball, of course, filler's going to probably hook you, but you're probably going to be able to hit it with the 4-7 still tied up.
He went with speed to get distance.
Yeah, and that's the natural thing to want to do. And if the 4-7 wasn't there, probably you do that.
Yeah.
But with the 4-7 tied up, I might have just laid on top of it. Of course, I play a lot of one pocket, so I'm very comfortable with that shot. He wants to bump these open. He wants to break this open a little bit. He's got him elevated now with the 3 ball almost stuck to the rail. Wants the referee to watch this hit. And mainly the cueing, I think, over the 4-7. All ball fouls, right, Mark?
That's right. No jump cues, no call shot.
Nice effort there.
Great job.
Yeah, and kept it simple. That's what I like. Didn't go overboard.
That's a Hall of Fame worthy safety from that awkward position.
Yeah, he's going to get a little distance. Keep the 3 away from the 10 here. You don't want an early winner with the 4-7 the way it is. Okay, nice, smart, simple shot. Got away from a hair.
Yeah, I think he can see it. I don't know that he can do much with it. If he can bank it, maybe he can go 2 cushions.
To the backside of the 4.
Right.
Well, you might be able to get to the back of the 4 around the 6 right here. Does he have enough angle on the bank to really move the ball easily, though? Oh, he's caught that way too thin. This is going to open the 4-7 maybe. Oh, wow.
He replaced it where Filler had left him.
Let's see how good Filler is. Can
Exactly.
he go one rail at him, one rail underneath the 4 maybe? I don't think he wants to duck here. I think he wants to try and start progressing in the game a little bit.
Look at how clean Filler hit that ball.
Watch the bump on the 7. Shot of the week. Oh, how cold is that? That's pretty chilly.
Filler's looking to see if he can even catch the edge of the 4 ball here.
No, he can't. I think he's got a kick. Oh, he could. Wow, how good is that ball control? He may have given up a little piece of the 4, but still pretty nice. The way this is sitting, this one has a chance to go in the side, trying to remove the 4.
Purposely the kick stick safety.
Yeah, super nice. And again, notice he didn't kill it. A lot of people have to learn that to get that ball the other side. When you're kicking behind it, that kind of boom effect off the rail really puts a lot into the object ball. You don't have to hit it very hard. Of course, you're not babying it, but you're not killing it. All right, going all the way behind the 7 here, maybe. Trying to leave distance. Watch out, corner pocket. Oh, he got long of it. That was hard to do. Okay, he's got to work the rock a little bit. So we'll see from 8 feet away what his timing on the stroke is here. Good thing is he can settle for the side pretty simply.
Here's a good view of it, too. You can watch his stroke from here.
Yeah, kind of
stayed pretty smooth.
Yeah, and it was a drag shot, so we'll see when he needs a little more power what it looks like. And he got a little off angle going away from the 9 here if he shoots it in the corner to the far side of the 9, it looks like, and that's away from the 6. Mika sometimes would elevate here and draw to the backside of the 6. Yeah, what a shot.
Golly,
is he going to get a pocket, though?
He deserves one.
Did the 6 go by the 7? Eesh, it's close. Does have the side.
Yeah, I think the side is good. Well, he's down looking at it like it does go in, so he's going to roll this. Scoring it right in the heart of the pocket. They had plenty of room.
Yeah, and I think, there's been a few break and runs, of course, but the feeling I get is exactly what I think Mika needed, more of a dogfight between these two, exchanging some kicks and some different safeties at the table, even though that may not be Mika's forte, right? But
not the way he wants to play it. He wants to put the fast break offense on there. But
but I think this matches up better for this match to get a few exchanges, Let Filler know he's not out there by himself. Yeah, he gets this down. Make sure no simple mistakes. Will break off in game number 10 and has a chance to tie the match.
Yeah, respect to Mika Immonen. He hasn't backed off. He's playing this game. 5-4 is our score.
Hey, it's good to see the Tennessee Tars and Mike Massey in the audience. Mike, raise your hand. Hey, let's hear it for Mike Massey.
That's great.
A lot of great players always showing up here at the 23rd Annual Derby City, and we are in our semifinal match right now. One will be moving on to meet Fedor Gorst in the championship. That will happen at 9 o'clock. Filler,
There's Mike looking on.
Mika to break in rack 10.
Has Mike been here all week? I don't think I'd seen him.
He just walked in.
Okay.
I don't think he's playing. I think he just came to visit. Always good to see him.
Well, Mika's got to feel pretty good about things. He's handled some very difficult outs. He's handled a 3 or 4 game deficit, which is huge. 3 game, I think, at 5-2. But so he's kind of got through the tough part of things already a little bit.
Yep.
Now he's just got to wait for his opportunities and keep doing what he's doing. Table's been a little stingy here the last few, Mark.
You know, yeah, absolutely. You know, one thing, Filler's playing 949, and you're only down one game. I mean, come on, that's as good as you could hope to do at that point.
Yeah, and it really kind of leans or leads towards what I said. He's winning some scrappy games where both guys are getting at the table, which is impressive. Okay, should hit this. Guys hit this about probably 80% of the time or so. Real natural one rail path. Could catch the second rail underneath it. Now this is where you want to control it yourself with the right English. Oh, he's got a swerve.
Oh, just barely. Great effort.
Man, got too much on it.
Boy,
he's wondering how that happened.
We're sitting right on top of it, and it looked like it was going to hit it all the way from once it left the first rail, and then somehow barely slithered by.
Yeah, real natural here to go by the 9. That gives you a nice angle on the 2 to fall straight on the 3 with the 4 handy. You know, these are nothing's routine on the 5x10, but these are outs these guys are supposed to get through. I don't recall Josh trailing in any matches that I can recall.
No.
I think he's started off with the lead and kept the lead. A little short of the mark there. I thought he would be a little more aggressive coming on to the 6, but a lot of times Josh is like, angle. Give me that angle, I'm good. Give me that little angle, I'm good. Again, one of those shots I was telling you about, Mark, you really have to have killing that ball off of a little more angle, one rail to the center. It's a touchy shot. These guys make it look easy, but
He's smiling. He knows it's awkward.
He got a funny bridge, funny face. He's making an awkward face like, oh, my gosh, what have I done here to myself?
He didn't try to do a whole lot with that ball, and that was smart, of course.
And he usually pinches this out to the center. He may roll it, but a lot of times he'll address this and pinch it like that. He doesn't want to roll the ball too often on those types of shots. And now back out to a 2-game lead. Will break also.
The killer keeping that pressure on.
Yeah, time machine, I tell you, people want time machines for different things. I'd sure like to just see all the greats from different eras play a few tournaments together. That's the one reason I'd like to have a time machine. I'd like to see, you know, Efren in his heyday and Nick in his heyday and so many others, Buddy in his heyday along, play with these other guys right here, Filler and, yeah, well, Lassiter as well. We got a little input from the man, Pat Fleming. Yeah, well, Buddy Hall said that Lassiter and Earl were the 2 greatest 9-ball players he ever watched play. I think Earl comments on Lassiter himself. And again, little stingy.
What was that speed? 18.6. So the table's not breaking quite as clean as it once was.
Yeah,
because that was a square hit. But maybe he's just not getting through the ball.
Exactly
good,
right. You're exactly right. I think that's the connection. That's the one common denominator that I see with the guys that consistently make balls, whether it's a lighter speed or not. Oh, no, 4-ball. Never dreamed he would get behind the 4 there, that being him. I didn't either. I don't see how he got from that angle on that bank. How did he get that far across? But, yeah, the one common denominator I see with the great breakers, no matter the speed, like Federer's a guy that doesn't break near as hard as Shane. But watch how far he extends through the cue ball when he breaks. Seems to just help. Along with just like when you're shooting shots, right?
Yeah.
It really gives you a lot more margin for error when you get through the cue ball. All right, probably takes this in the corner. Okay, he can lay up over there if he wants. He can try and check it a little bit. Little funny angle to check it. I don't think he can get all the way to straight in on the 4. Yeah, I like this play myself. Now he can drop to the, well, maybe a hair more. He wanted to drop to the short side of the 5, I think, off the 4. Now he's going to have to show that deft touch, Mark, rolling the cue ball forward.
Well, there it is.
Yeah, super nice. Seemed routine, but man, go out there and be under the pressure and the lights and all these people watching you and everything else. Those shots are not easy. All right, does he pinch this back above the 9? I think so. Like I said, Filler's all about give me that angle. Give me that little angle. All right, zigzag here. Yeah, that's the shot. That's where players stay away from the top inside, especially from distance when they're further away from it. Like you got to develop that back and forth shot.
Filler takes no time at all to run these balls off.
Well, like I said earlier, it's similar to Skyler. Skyler slowed it down a little bit, but when he starts inching towards that finish line, not saying he still needs 4 more games, but tends to pick up the speed a little bit.
7-4.
So back to our largest lead of 3 games in our TPA. Look at that. 949 for Filler. 56 balls made. Now, it's got to feel good. 52 balls pocketed for Mika and an 825 clip. He's got to have no more errors, though.
Right, 11-3 is very telling. Probably the missed 10 ball. That's a 2-game swing, right? So now Filler's playing 949, but the score could have easily been 6-5.
Yeah, it was going to be 3-3 with that 10 and went to 4-2, and then Filler did what he does. He broke and ran to win another game to make it 5-2. And, you know, Mika fought back to within a game, and then just sports, right? Filler gets his chance. He puts a few together. Changed a couple times on this break spot. We've had the one tracking towards the other pocket, right? Now it's going to go towards the opposite corner. Oh, okay. Man, the one didn't come off the rack hardly at all there, Mark. Almost like maybe they weren't tight as well as he liked. Made balls, though. So 2 to the 3 to get on the 4. That's the shot here. So speed here coming up on the 2, very important. He's got to get nice and heavy on the 3, at least heavy. Doesn't want to get much of a cut where he's going into the 5 and 9.
Purposely played at 2 cushions and not try to have to be
he's perfect.
Good with the speed. It gave him a much larger area to get to.
Perfect. Only dilemma he may have here is maybe queuing over the 10 just a little bit when he rolls forward off this 2.
He normally stuns this rather than rolls it. No, he rolled it.
Yeah.
Oh, just what you called. That's
that was the only problem. He let up a little bit on the downward. He wanted to go another couple inches, so now he's got to pay attention. All right, nice shot. He's so talented also.
Yeah, he hit the heart of the pocket with that one.
Can't kill this one, though, so he may have to shoot the 5 from a little more distance. Well, he did try to kill it. Killed it nicely. Man, those angles are fooling me.
Good shot. No, I think he made that good of a shot. I don't think it fooled you. I think he made a good shot.
All right, watch rubbing the 9 here, coming across. Okay?
Yeah, if you try to.
Yeah, this could get right in your way.
If you go forward, it's a problem. If you go off the top of it, it's a problem.
Oh, he did it. He got dead snookered? No. Okay. I thought that ball was going to go. Nice stroke there.
Yeah, some of Mika's good draw. Great out here.
Yes, sir, and that's exactly what he needed.
7-5 is our score.
One thing Mika can hope for and, you know, at least reflect on is the last 2 or 3, I think it is, Josh has broke dry. So that may be the opening that Mika needs here at 7-5.
Was that a break and run out? It was, wasn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah, he shot the 1 and the side, went up and down, got perfect on the 2. Saw our rack track there. Mika not really able to put a whole lot of games together in a row, and that's obvious at 7-5. He's going to need a few of those. See what Josh does. He was really reining them in on the break yesterday. He's really changed the speeds a lot. Now he's changed a little direction as well. Both guys changing where they break from. They were breaking to where the one came over the opposite corner. Now they both went to the left side of the break spot, getting the one ball going towards the upper right corner.
Well, the 2 ball is really going to set up the whole rack. If he can get 2 cushions out and then pocket a long 2.
Long, he doesn't even know what that word means.
That's true. Long for mortals. This is perfect for him.
And watch how clean he hits this stun, this 2-rail stun. Similar to Jason Shaw, like 2 of the best in this. Like, it doesn't get away from him, is my point. They're able to contain the speed, which is so impressive to me from distance.
Great timing to get that exact right amount of spin to create that angle.
Yeah, probably maybe the best shot that I saw in the Moscone Cup this year was Shaw with a long 6 ball. He had to take out of the corner in a partner match. He just pured it, and I thought for sure it would get away from him just the way it sat, and speed was perfect.
Yeah.
This is the problem with giving up a lead late to these greats, all these great players in the Bigfoot Challenge. They just may keep the lead without you being able to do much about it.
Right. 2 cushions out off the side rail at the 8, and then we'll just go back and forth across the table to get the 9.
Yeah, he wants to keep plenty of angle.
Right,
that's why he won't get too close to it. Don't want to get that flattish, I can't quite hold it. It doesn't move so easily. Perfect.
Oh, boy. Couldn't hit it any better.
Well, that shot is just kind of the nuts, though, Mark, because you get to be aggressive knowing the second rail is going to kill the ball pretty well. It's not going to get away from you. That's why so many pros really lean on that a little more than the top inside.
Well, 3rd breaking run of the set. Josh Filler. 8-5.
Now at 9:57 with his TPA as well. Again, our final will be at 9 o'clock. The kid from Moscow, Russia, Fedor Gorst, already got his place in that final. And one of these 2 greats here, and Hall of Famer Mika Immonen, and in another 15 or 16 years, we'll see Josh Filler getting that Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure of, anyways.
Yeah. 16 years away. You got to be 40. Now, he's got the credentials to possibly make it, but he doesn't have the age. I have the age, on the other hand, but no credentials.
Yeah, we got plenty of age up here.
Right.
All right.
Good break.
Tune in the break in.
Oh, he's going to have a nice shot on the 1, too.
Yeah, and he's doing all he can to keep some pressure.
Open layout here.
Yeah, 3's near the 4. Looks like he's heavy enough on the 1 to roll 1 rail for the side pocket, I think. May have to, go around the 6 maybe. I don't think he draws the ball here, Mark. I think it's a high ball of some sort. He can come 1 rail between the 6-7 and play the 2 in the same corner. That's not something you would normally do. Is he wrapping around the 6 with some spin? Yeah, nice shot.
Good speed control there.
Yeah, and the 6 is very handy, so getting on the 3, just don't get missable. You can play the 4 on the side if you want, because the 6 is so easy. He got nice and heavy still, so he'll come out for the corner. A little shy, but no, he's fine. Not exactly where he wanted, but should be okay. Oh, my.
Oh, he tried to draw it straight back. And
yeah, well, he was trying to get closer to the 6. Is a shot that from yesterday that we had where he could have stopped his ball and had a pretty decent play at another ball, and he really elected to move the cue ball.
Just had a mental lapse there.
Yeah, I can't really assign anything to that and wonder why that miss was. Oh, and now a rare mistake.
Yeah, we're always shocked when these guys miss one, but this is a super tough table. He was trying to get a little better angle on that subsequent ball. Here he just muscled up. Chipped the 9 ball right by the side pocket. That'll make things play good.
He's got to use the bridge. So either one rail or 2 rails, just kind of how you feel using the bridge. Some guys like to stun a lot off the bridge. Some guys like to roll the ball. Both are doable here. Yeah, like that. He stunned it. A lot of guys like that. I do too a little bit. More than trying to rotate the ball with the bridge, use a little more cue force to move the ball a little bit. You're hitting a little more meat of the cue ball. I think it's just a little better calming way to shoot the shot. No problems here, though. He got a little thin, which is fine, but easy path to the 9.
I got a little thin here, too.
Yeah, good thing the 10 is you can easily hold or go around. So we saw a miss from each guy here, but Mika recovered with a nice shot on the 4.
Sure did.
Cuts the lead back to 2 games.
And nobody hits the 10 ball into the corner pocket harder than Mika Immonen.
I was thinking about it earlier. I was like, I've seen a lot of guys fire it, but man, maybe you're right. None harder than Mika.
Nobody hits it harder. He wants that 10 ball. No, he means business. He's disappointed with the 10 for the time that it made him miss that ball.
Yeah, well, they've been
that.
kind of going back and forth, but he's got to change that. 9:43 for Filler, 8:47 for Immonen.
And doing a great job. Only 2 games back. Your guys playing 950. I mean, it's going to be hard to be close.
All right, yeah, the 9 ball maybe, 8 ball maybe. Okay. Yeah, the rack didn't open that great, and one thing that, a few 10 ball tournaments I've done that I don't think you and I talked about it, but it seems like when the 10 gets a lot of movement, the rack doesn't really open exactly like normal, right?
Last 2 breaks, the 10s moved a lot.
Yeah. I think it was the Predator World 10 ball where we saw that a ton, where when the 10 was moving a lot, the balls didn't seem to react that great. That was on a 9-footer, of course. These are open enough, even though there are some clusters kind of ish. The 5 does go in the side. 6 does go by the 10, just in case he gets a little funny there. 6 goes in the side as well.
Well, I prefer to watch a run out that requires surgical precision rather than you just kind of club it into that hemisphere of the table and run out. No. I like to see a little quality position play. It looks like we're going to get to see that here.
Yeah, and he's a quality position player, and talk about the differences in the tables. Obviously, accuracy is at a premium here and needed with the 10-footer, but it does allow you a little room for the cue ball. Much different than like a 7-footer where shots are easy, but congestion is the problem. Ooh, really used the pocket there.
Well, he wanted to avoid that 10. He
Absolutely.
Knew that, he knew that was a threat to check up the cue ball. If he lightly bumps that 10, could get hooked.
Got a little full here, so I was wondering how he was going to play that. He didn't cut the 7 enough to the pocket, to the outside of the pocket to create the angle.
The cue ball didn't squirt as much as he thought. He had a little high inside, and then he ended up clipping that point and bounded it back down the table right where it came from.
So he's just a clean stroke here. Low with a hair left. Now this is where he doesn't use as much left, and it probably really is a good advantage to him.
Super pretty shot coming here.
Great shot.
I mean, couldn't hit it any better. You could set me up there a foot apart. I might not hit it that pure. Beautiful to watch.
Back to 950.
Fourth break and run out of the match.
And he's changed his break spot along with Mika, and it seems like they're back to making some balls.
That was a good out. We got to see a little something there.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a break contest with the speed gun at around 7 o'clock for this final four on the Bigfoot, so that'll be fun. Probably get a little better explanation maybe from the Break Demon creators, and exactly how the process is done there. That'd be nice. I'd like to hear about it. Sticking with the open hand bridge. Beautiful hit. 5-ball down. Not getting as much steam on the one as Josh is, but now dead snookered. With a very open one, not a lot around it, so they're usually hard to roll out.
I hate it for Mika's sake because he really deserves a shot to be equitable here. Hit the break great. So, and you hate to have to push out here in this spot too, and gunfight with Josh Filler trying to outshoot him, outmaneuver him.
Well, the one good thing is there's not a lot of balls around the one for an easy safety off the rollout. But the problem also is Josh will attack a lot of times, and he knows the safeties as well, you know. I mean, so.
Well, not only that, but he can play safe from long range accurately.
Yeah. Is he going to run off the – well, running off the left side looks pretty dicey. He moved the 3 into a funny spot. If the 3 wasn't there, he'd bank the 1 down by the 6 and drag him behind the 2 here. He may still do so. Oh, he cut it right out in. And that's the problem when it's out in the open. Where do you roll out to that the guy might not shoot at it?
It's really strong.
I mean, yeah, it's just it's triple treacherous is all it is. Another power shot. He's going to end up a little on top of the 3, but should be okay.
You'd be delighted to be for after those 2 balls wherever. Make that 3 from anywhere.
And we'll see what he does here. He needs a little nice angle on the 4. Man, he's really capturing the speed nice, huh, Mark?
Yeah, checked it up with a little bit of inside spin to take some pace out of the cue ball.
And this is where his tip position will kill the ball nicely. He can come across for the 7.
Now, you don't want to be careless with the angle here.
No, but, you know, the good thing is the 7's not next to the rail. So a lot of times if you fall a hair straight, you can cheat it just enough to get out for the 8. And this guy, when he really plays his best, it seems like as he starts getting towards that finish line, he'll keep it even more simple. Like, see how he sacrificed distance right here. He didn't try to get so much closer to the 8. Very much when you get in that mentality, you got an edge over your opponent, Mark.
Yeah, he wanted angle rather than close position. And he got the angle. Just a little bit of draw.
And Joshua Filler's going to get to the hill with his biggest lead yet at 4 games and breaking. Now at the clip of 9:55, Mark. Pretty impressive.
Already has 4 breaking runouts in this set.
Move on to the championship.
Mika's got to hope for a shot here.
17.
Yeah, and you know, these guys started making balls again, so he's really going to be on his heels watching this break shot to see if he's going to get another opportunity here in this Bigfoot Challenge.
Four and 8 ball right behind the 1. That's the one that has been going in quite a bit.
8 balls down. 1 ball's tracking. 4 ball's going to cause a headache.
So 4 ball covers up the 1. Mika or Josh will have to push out here.
Yeah, but so much difference, right? Right away. You know, his push out is so much easier than Mika's, right? I mean, just because the 1's not really offensively playable. You know, as long as you don't move the 6, the 1's not really anything you can do with that. Now, again, he didn't get him to the rail with the cue ball, so probably Mika takes this shot on of some sort. Now, the problem here is, man, is he going to roll and just try and keep him on the back of the 4, laying the 1 on the side rail?
Trying to just edge it, hit a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
But he's going to come out of this great.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah. No matter what. Yeah, that's an ugly spot for Josh to be in.
He's going to have to kick 2 rails around the 4. If he can hit the good side of the 1, he should track the cue ball up by the 2 and around by the 3.
Do we have time to get the overhead real quick? If that's the case, he wants to go here, 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 and bring the cue ball down table.
Exactly.
If he hits it heavy, the 1 can come down here as well.
You get a good feel for this shot, though, believe it or not. Oh, wow, he missed it by a decent little margin. So first things first for Mika. 10-6 with filler breaking here in that 17th game. If he can get out here. Oh, he's going to play the safety. He's not taking the 1 on in the corner with this out?
I guess not. No.
Wow, I wouldn't want to let filler kick again in this spot. I think I shoot the 1 by the 6 and take a shot on the 2. The 3's near. Oh, that's surprising to me. He put the 1 in a great place, but there's still going to be maybe a kick shot at it of some sort. Can he get by the 6, 2 rails at it, Mark? Oh, he's going that way?
Short way.
Why doesn't he go by the 6 with high left English? Is the 10 in the way?
The 10 might be in the way.
Okay.
So this is side rail, drop onto the 1.
Yeah, this is nothing easy. And I'll tell you what, Mika did all right. If you're making your opponent make this type of kick shot, you've done pretty well.
You're never getting separation. He's on 2 fouls now.
Yeah, Mika won't fool around with the safety, I don't think, anyways.
No, I'm just mentioning it.
Yeah.
That, the second consecutive foul. So that was a quality safety effort.
Yeah, anytime you make him zigzag kick like that, you've done your job. Just under the situation, right? Mika being an offensive guy down 10-6, I kind of felt like with ball in hand he would try to run out. Nevertheless, he should get the win here in game number 17. Well, maybe a hair flatter than he wanted. Now, you can go to the other side of the 4. Don't think you have to play the 4 to the short pocket. Oh, he had plenty of angle.
Get a little straight here, maybe.
Yeah, a little
right?
bit. Little bit.
Just a hint of an angle.
Yeah, and what the problem with this is it makes the 6 here in a moment maybe a little tougher because he's not going to get prime on the 5, right? He's going to get shape on the 5. And probably gets the 5 down, but he's really straight. He's really straight. He's drawn underneath. Yeah, that's like premium control there, Mark. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, great shot.
Yeah, like ball in hand.
He had to take a little more risk than he wanted. You don't like to go flirting by the side pocket there. Made it happen.
Draw back for the side here, even though he's stretched. Just got to piece it together. Not only the balls to get some racks together, but just one rack at a time kind of situation. He's going to get to break in the next game. That's fine. No reason to try and get too much out of it. Easily go around the 9. Looks like just high ball. 2 rails, you'll get a nice natural angle on the 9 to come. A couple rails back for the 10.
This will be a pretty side rail, drop onto the end rail.
And I'll tell you, I hit a few balls last night. Again, I like the diamond cue ball. Seems pretty good to me. That's what we're playing with here with the airman set.
10-7 is now our score. Filler has 4 breaking runouts. To be 10-7 behind and your opponent has 4 breaking runouts while Mika only has 1. It's pretty much the distance of separation we have.
Yeah, and that 10 still can reflect back to that 10 ball. Make it 3-3, I know. We always remember the end of the match, crucial things towards the end, but there's always the early ones that make such a huge difference. That would have made it 3-3, 4-2 it was, and then Filler broken ran out to make it 5-2. Got to a 4-game lead at 10-6. I think that was the biggest one he's had. Had a 3-game lead a couple times.
Got a little commotion in the booth here. Our 60 Minutes TV crew is here.
Yeah, they
taking
just
footage.
stepped in a little bit. All right, he's made
8
one.
ball.
And amazing,
Shot.
he's getting the one to barely creep off the rack. I haven't seen that all week, and now I've seen it twice here in both of his last 2 breaks.
Straight in on
Perfect.
the 1. Yeah.
Perfect.
2's open. He can just stop shot.
Yeah. Now, does the 4 pass the 7? You may entertain shooting the 1, getting on the 2, playing the 3 in the side to where you drop to the backside of the 4 because the 5's hanging. Why take a chance on the cut shot, right?
Then that 6 ball, you're going to have to do something with that, but we'll deal with that once we get there. You can't do
It's
anything.
got some pockets, though, and with the 5 the way it is, I think he can get underneath it. So
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's not going to go in the nearest corner pockets easily.
I think he's trying to figure out a way to open it safely right now. Not with the 1 ball, but maybe with the 2, maybe with the, I doubt the 3 with the 4 where it's at.
Right. I think you have to play to the 5 and then deal with the 6 at that point, because everything you just can't jeopardize the 4 ball now. You really need to get good position on the 4.
That's right. And with the 5 hanging, that's usually a scenario where getting to the backside of that 6 isn't that tough.
Right. And then if you fall, he's going underneath. Okay.
Yeah, and I wonder why.
Did he get there?
I don't know. He did not. And I think that was to try and make things a little easier, or maybe to try and bust the 6-9. All right, a little subtle swerve. Really has always been one of the best I've seen at that. He's so confident with it. You know, he flows through the ball with that swerve.
Well,
now he's got to play a great shot.
You're not kidding.
He's got to get the cue ball where it's at now. That's about it.
Speed control is going to be crucial, and this is just you got to punch this 3. You can't roll this 3.
Yeah,
you can't just spin it around.
The 10's a little in the way of the natural, right? The comfortable path.
He's going to thump this in and go right at the 7. Oh, he's
could be
trouble.
dead meat here.
Big trouble.
Yeah, that was.
That was always trouble there.
Yeah, I wonder, was he trying to break him out? Because I mean, he went right 2 rails into him. I tell you that. And for a player of his stature to miss the line on it so far,
this
right?
is a 2-rail kick to do it properly, soft speed. Oh, he never got to the 2nd rail early enough.
Yeah, and he's going to hope everything slows down here, and it did. Now does Filler get aggressive with the 5 hanging? He might get. Hey, you can go at the 10 as well.
Yep.
He's lefty. He might be able to reach it. I doubt it. Hey, he could chip the 4 and run the cue ball, but that doesn't mean he's not going to leave a return bank on the 4 towards that 5 ball pocket.
He is chipping. Oh, he used the 10 to just park the cue ball.
Watch his speed
Park
behind the 6,
four
though.
ball.
Get out of here.
Tremendous effort there.
Yeah. Because you're talking about world-class players. If he lets him see that ball with the 9-7 the way it is and all that, he's going to take the worst of it. Mika needs a big kick shot. He's done it before. He's just summing up one more big kick. Oh, sweet hit. Sweet hit. Got the 4 by the 6. I think he may have cut him off as well. If he didn't, you got to like Filler's chances of burying this 4.
Filler's looking at it like he can get at it.
He can. He can.
Okay.
If he stays nice and thick, hard to miss this going off the 5 some kind of way. All right, he stayed too thick on it. All right. So this is a bread and butter for Mika. Just a top right English, middle right English, killing the ball off the side rail, in rail, and then back at the 5. Is he looking not to cut this in the corner, Mark?
Let's see, he's going up to the side. That's the winning shot.
Yeah.
If you get positioned.
Very fooled by a few shots here, though, and maybe it's the cameras that fool me. But
Well, Mika plays an unconventional style. He's a shot maker, an aggressive one at that. If he sees a way to get out, he's not, because he knows if he thins the object ball back the other corner, that cue ball is going all the way around in the wrong direction.
nice shot there.
Another great shot.
Looks
That's
like
2 consecutive.
Does he have to go forward and take the 7 up long?
He might just play for the bank. If that's the case, it looks like he might be leaking the wrong direction here.
Yeah, I think he's got to either draw his ball underneath him 3 rails like he'd like to before, or follow forward.
Power draw. That's his favorite.
Yeah.
How good did he hit that?
He got there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And he had one that didn't work out for him early in the match when he power drew the ball, but left that behind. Did real well here. He's got a short side on the 10, no big deal. So a lot of pressure now. Maybe the most pressure of the match for Filler here in this break coming up, this next game. So he knows he breaks, he'll right? But anything can happen.
Mika rattled the 10 home, waved at the crowd, smiling like, I had it all the way.
More chance again to go to the championship.
10-8.
Federer Gorst is winning in that championship.
National Billiard Academy rack track.
At 9 o'clock tonight.
Now, 5 out of 7 to start. They split 4 from there. Then Mika's won 5 out of 7 here at the end.
Final 4.
So
seeing who breaks the fastest in the hardest. Here we
see
go.
which side he. All right, he's gonna. This is the side he went to late in the match. After some dry breaks from the right side. 4 ball down. 1 ball tracking, nothing in the way. This looks bad for Mika. Very good for the German, though. Little rail first shot here, maybe a little stun shot. Very clear side of the table to get on the 2, so you got a lot of room for error here.
I think just top spin, rail first.
Yeah.
And then once it leaves the rail coming at the 2, then he's good.
Yeah, and he's just got to draw the ball a little bit here, maybe stun. I think he probably draws. I wouldn't want to get it going with the 2 rails myself. I like to draw 1 rail over. Yeah, like that. Very hard to get snookered, right?
Yeah.
And then the 5's near. Okay, got a little angle here. He usually kills the ball. A little mild drag. He doesn't go with a real low tip with the drag a lot of times, just a little bit below center. Very effective, though.
Feller, he reminds me of like a workhorse that sees the barn at the end of the day. He's just heading for home right here. No fooling around.
Yeah, we'll see where he elects to play the 9. Got options, got corners or sides. Just got to have the speed right. Yeah, I like that, and that's what he does so often. He doesn't pass that position. Takes a little of the longer shot, no big deal.
Yes. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 2 of the pre-tournament favorites are going to make the finals, that being Federer Gorst and Joshua Filler. Hats off to Mika Immonen, though, huh, Mark? What another great tournament.
There. 9:32 for Filler. All right, coming up next will be the finals of the Bigfoot 10-ball challenge. Gorst versus Filler. Thank you so much for sitting in with us, and see you soon. And that's our time for this time. Until next time, so long.
Brand new champion, ladies and gentlemen, this year.